Welcome back, Saints. I'm Paige.
And I'm Kira.
In national news, midterm elections were last week. Democrats have secured 218 seats, making up for a majority of the House, while in the Senate, Republicans expanded their majority, further making up 51% of the Senate.
Last week was a week of firsts in the midterm elections, where the first openly gay man was elected as governor in Colorado. Ayanna Pressley was the first African-American woman to be elected into Congress in Massachusetts, and Sharice Davids was the first Native American woman to win a House seat in Kansas.
In the St. Francis Area School District, the new school board candidates were also voted on at the midterm elections. Candidates Jill Anderson, Jake Humphrey, and Scott Schwartz were elected to serve St. Francis area schools. In arts news, today at 3 o'clock in the IMC, the art show will be held. We encourage you to attend to see the amazing talents of our students. Anyone who attends will be given a ballot to vote on the best of show for each of the categories: drawing, painting, ceramics, and photography.
Stop to sneak a peek at some stellar artwork and grab a sweet treat along the way.
Speaking of the arts, in the PAC this week, there will be a fundraising held by the students to support the fine arts programs here at the high school. After some budget cuts affected the programs, students, artists collaborated to bring awareness to this issue.
Paige, you got more information on this event, didn't you?
Yes, I did. It's amazing what students can do when they work together for a cause. What inspired you to start the arts fundraiser?
Well, what inspired me to start the arts fundraiser was simply the passion that I personally have for music and the fine arts. And I know that a lot of other students around me feel the same way about the arts as I do, and we really care about it, and it's like really prominent in our life, and it means a lot to us.
I'm performing Thank You for the Music from Mamma Mia the musical, and I decided to perform because the arts have always been a big part of my life, and I thought that it'd be a fun experience for me to show people how important the arts are to certain kids like myself.
In the show, so it's going to be kind of like a talent show, but with more meaning, because we don't want it to be like, hey, this is what we can do. It has a deeper meaning because this really means a lot to us, and we want to show the community that it should be something that's supported. So what it is, there's going to be skits acted out by theater students, there's going to be band students playing it in solos, ensembles. We have a jazz group, it's going to be pretty cool. And then there's also choir students doing solos and duets. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And there's also going to be art displayed in the PAC lobby.
So what inspired me was first Maya came and asked us all if we wanted to be part of it and explained what it was. And she explained that she wanted it to be more than just band kids. So then she talked to a couple of us and we wanted to get more people involved from other programs.
What inspired me was I'm really involved in the music programs and the fine arts, the applied fine arts programs. I'm pretty close to the teachers, and I've seen how the budget cuts and funding has changed and how it's affected people's classrooms. So I'd like to bring some light to how the arts are affected by the lack of funding. I am kind of directing the fine arts end of it, so ceramics, drawing, painting. I'm kind of in control of all of that, and any volunteers, I am their leader.
So I'm doing a group performance. It's a mashup of a couple songs from the Broadway show Newsies. The songs are Seize the Day and The World Will Know. I have an awesome group gathered together. It's me, then Austin Adler, Cy Burns, Brendan Vu, Noelle Myers, Kira Wagner, Katie Smith, and Kaylee Olson. I'm performing one because the idea of the showcase as the whole is to, one, support the arts, raise awareness about it, but also to show my passion for what I do and what all these other students do. Another thing why I picked this mashup specifically is it states a really clear message, which is the message we want to share, and that it's time for the kids and the students of our high school to take a stand for what we love and what we believe in. And that's something that's conveyed really clearly through that song.
It's on November 15th, so this Thursday at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6 o'clock and admission is $5.
Thanks, Paige. Sounds like it will be a great show.
In other news, in East Bethel, a new local mental health facility called Cambia Hills Youth and Family Services Center will be opening sometime next year.
One of our reporters who has been personally active in this project, Cassie Disrude, went out to get more information.
Where is the facility going to be located?
Cambia Hills, East Bethel is an adolescent youth mental treatment facility. It's going to be starting construction next month, hopefully. It's going to be located on a 37-acre parcel just south of our Savior's Lutheran Church off of Jackson Street.
What will the facility do for the community economically?
Well, to start off, there's 150 jobs that will be involved with the Cambia Hills facility, jobs that weren't in East Bethel before. And those folks, not only work in our community, they'll be shopping in our community. Many of them may choose to live in East Bethel. And also services that help support the running Cambia Hills, whether it be food service, landscaping, any type of laundry service, things like that. So there's going to be some supporting economic development that will help over time, that will grow with this project as well.
How do you feel personally about the project?
As leader of the community, I can't think of any project that a community would want more than this. It's not often that a community can be a partner in helping a social issue, and one that is such really dire need in our state. And for us to be able to not only be ready for this kind of development, but to help bring them to East Bethel and show what East Bethel can offer is rewarding. And I think when those doors open and you start seeing the kids that are going to be treated there, that's when the reward's going to happen. So.
This will be a great new investment for our community. In other news regarding our community, during lunch this week, students from our school homeless awareness group will be collecting charitable donations of canned foods for Cody's Closet.
We hope you are able to donate to this good cause. A reminder for this week, on Wednesday, we will be having a 90-minute late start.
You can take this extra time to study a little for finals or get an extra hour of sleep.
Speaking of finals, the end of the trimester is quickly approaching. Finals will start on Tuesday, November 20th, next week.
It's been a couple of weeks since we checked in with Jack Plummer. Let's see what he's got for us in this week's food review.
I like food, so do you. It's Jack Plummer's food review.
Alright, what is up, guys? It's Jack Plummer here with the food review again. We just rolled up to McDonald's and we're gonna give the McRib a try. See how that goes, alright? Let's get this McBread.
What's up, guys? Jack Plummer's food review here. Today we're reviewing the McRib.
Yeah, so the McRib was pretty bad. You know, it was just wasn't nearly as hype as we thought it was gonna be. It just wasn't. It just did not really own up to its expectations. And if I'm being honest, I did not like it all that much. On the scale out of 5 stars, we're gonna have to give it like a 3, roughly 3 stars out of 5.
I hated it!
Was
not worth the hype. Not worth the hype.
We'll catch you guys next time on the food review.
Jax Reviews have become a popular feature on our show. I wonder where he'll go next.
On our last show, John and Tommy chatted with Amanda and her pup, Stella.
Let's see who they have found for this week's Pet of the Week.
I'm John Sigfridis, and this is Luke Bonte, and we're interviewing Luke and Aurora today.
came up with it because she's, I guess, a princess, and Aurora is Sleeping Beauty.
How old is Aurora?
18 weeks.
Where did you get her from?
At the pet store from Northtown. She's really hyper when I get home, so it's kind of fun to play with her. She gets along fine. My other dog hates her, though. Doesn't like her at all. Doesn't even look at her. She's tiny. She's only 6 pounds.
What's the most challenging part about having a new puppy?
She likes to go to the bathroom in the house a lot. It's kind of gross. When she was little, she'd go outside, and I was just in the morning, so I didn't even have shoes on, and I had to chase after her through our woods, and there's a lot of puddles in our woods. It's pretty dirty.
What made you want to get another dog?
I don't know, we like our bigger dogs, so we decided to get a small one so that she'd have a friend, but she doesn't really like her.
Let me run with you tonight. I'll take you on a moonlight ride.
Before we go, in this week's 5 Minutes of Fame, we went out in search of some magic. Justin Albachton, Ike Hassel, and Jenna Cook found a talented junior right here at St. Francis who blew their minds with his sleight of hand. Joe Taylor is this week's 5 Minutes of Fame.
Student celebrities everywhere, this is why you should care about 5 Minutes of Fame.
I didn't really have an inspiration from anybody. I just was bored on YouTube. I saw a tutorial, and that's kind of what's fun.
How long have you been doing magic?
Only for a couple months. I started like August or July.
Who's your favorite magician?
It's pretty basic. I like David Blaine.
What's your favorite trick?
My favorite trick is probably card to phone. Your card is the 8 of spades.
Okay.
I want you to hold your hand out like this for me. I want you to sandwich your other hand on top. Perfect. Okay? My card, I want to take a look at it. This is the Joker.
Okay.
So this is a technique that gamblers will use to switch their card out and get a better hand and win at poker.
Okay.
See, all you have to do is just tap the deck on top, and the cards just switch places.
Whoa!
That's all we have for you this week, Saints. Stay safe.
Hey Saints, I'm Nick Pearson. This is sports. Girls hockey had their first game of the season playing Minneapolis Co-op. They ended 2-2 after overtime with Lauren White scoring both goals. The game goes in the record books as a tie. They play Thursday at Elk River with JV at 5 and varsity playing at 7. This Saturday they play Duluth Marshall at Duluth at 1:30. With all the other sports just getting underway, we thought we would speak with some senior football players to look back at their season.
What was your favorite memory throughout playing high school football?
Losing the paddle last year and get it back this year for our senior year.
What was your favorite game that you guys played and why?
Probably Chisago Lakes because the energy was up. We all had it, and we were loud and screaming and railroading them.
Okay, what are your overall thoughts on this football season?
I had a lot of fun playing football. We have a big senior class, and it was cool to play football with them for 4 years, and we had a pretty successful season. It was just kind of a bummer the way it ended.
What was your favorite locker room memory throughout playing football?
Definitely listen to England after we lost to Andover.
What was your favorite memory throughout high school playing football?
My favorite memory would probably be the Buffalo game my sophomore year. I got an interception and I returned it for, I think, like 35 yards.
Saints football holds its awards banquet tomorrow night, where they will find out district and team awards. Maggie Ewan is a St. Francis High School alumni who recently went pro in track and field hammer throw and shot put. Reporter Nathan Atkinson spoke with her about her career and where it all started.
Driven, humble, she's a role model.
Humble, hardworking, positive, driven. You're talking about the upper 1/10% of athletes, that she's also the upper 1/10% of human beings.
She's kind of the epitome of hardworking, dedicated, selfless.
Maggie is very humble. She never once acted like she was the best player in the gym.
Driven, determined, focused, resilient are some of the words that come to mind when
describing Maggie Ewan. She epitomizes what it means to be a student athlete. And I asked my students to write a 1 to 2 page essay about a World War II topic, and her essay came back at 27 pages as a 7th grader.
St. Francis High School has had many great athletes, but one in particular stands out. As a freshman, she had won state in discus. Maggie Ewan would go on to win state 6 more times in discus and shot put. Maggie was as strong in the classroom as she was in the rings. After high school, Maggie Ewan went on to become one of the NCAA's most decorated athletes. To find out more about Maggie Ewan, go to the SFHScrier.com.
Thanks. I know Nathan has a longer story that he is putting together that will air on our website. As the first snow falls, it's time to look ahead to winter recreational sports. Registrations are being accepted for the 2018-19 Ski Snowboard Club now through Tuesday, November 20th. This activity is sponsored by Community Education. For more information or to sign up, visit www.communityed15.com or stop by the Community Education office. Before we go, Friday, the SFHS band performed at a Veterans Day breakfast at the American Legion, and the high school hosted a Veterans Day celebration today to thank veterans for their service. That's all for this week. Stay classy, Saints.